Hi all you beautiful people. Yeah, it's been really intense this last week or so. It's been really intense. I don't know if you've been feeling it too. But yeah, thank you all for being there. Thank you all for your comments, and it's really good. This is a video to just start off this new playlist that is called Spiritual Awakening and Our Healing Journey, because I feel very strongly that that's what is to be. I'm to focus on this right now, and so really just take this spiritual awakening that's happening as I see it on the earth, and if you're feeling it, it resonates with you, and you're on your way. You are awakening. And just to take it from the very beginning, what happens? What do we go through? How does it feel? And because for many of us, it's not so bad anymore, because more and more of us are awakening. But you can be very lonely on this path, because everyone around you doesn't know what's wrong with you. You're strange. And you've got no one. I've often felt this in my life for long periods of a time, that there was no one I could share my journey with, because nobody knew what was happening. They didn't understand it. They thought I was strange, and many still do. So, but for you who can sense that this is what's happening to you, that's what I want to do with this playlist, to just go through every part. And if there's something that you're feeling on your journey that you'd like me to shine some light on, please let me know in the comments, because then I might make a video about it. So what is this? What is spiritual awakening? What is it all about? Well, it's the fact that we are spirits in human form, and we have been asleep. We've been in amnesia. We've been completely lost from who we truly are. And now we're awakening to the fact that we are someone else than we actually thought. So we've been living in a false self. We've been living in a made-up person. And you know this when you see someone who has this facade. They're all happy and joyful and la 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 la, and you can sense that that's not that's not their true self. There's something high. They're actually very unhappy, because you can. The thing is, the eyes are the mirror of the soul, and you can see that person's not genuinely happy. So we are becoming our authentic selves. We're going from being unauthentic to being authentic. And it's it's really massive, because the old way of being had such a very strong pull on us. It has been very strong. And it's a little bit like the Candida or the gut health thing, that it's so strong, it's so embedded in, it's so massive, that when you start pulling away, it keeps pulling you back. So as you go, it will come in waves. You go into the light, and you feel, I'm so much more connected with me. And every time you become more connected with you, you feel better. That's the way God guides us, because God is calling us home, to where we belong, to where we came from. And so every time we come home, we feel better, and then we'll go into a period where we go back into the darkness. So it keeps going like this. But as it is now, it's becoming easier and easier. So the process is much easier now than it was 10 years ago. singing along with us. So everything is God. God has gone into physical form, and that's the world we're in, the physical form, our bodies. It's all God manifesting in different ways. And so we are all consciousness. If you sense, when you go into into your deep self, your quiet self, you'll sense how everything is alive with spirit. Everything is spiritual. Some things are more dense than others, but everything is having an experience. I mean, even this little bottle of honey shampoo, it on one level, on the spiritual level, it's having an experience of being a bottle. And you can't grasp that when you've not started your journey. When you start your journey, you sense that before you felt you were all alone, and there was all this stuff around you, and you had to make your way, and you get to sense more and more that everything is alive, everything is a presence. We're all a presence, so we're all one. And so yeah, it's just so wonderful, and it is really what I felt Jesus came to tell us, to awaken. And it's taken us 2,000 years, and some say the process has been much longer than the plan was. But because God gave us free will, that's the thing, that this planet is the only planet in all of creation, as far as I know, that has free will. So God did it out of love, but also out of as an experiment, really. So He's given human beings free will to go into the dark or into the light. And so we have to make our way into the light. We have to take responsibility. And just to get this clear, I've said this many times, even though someone, maybe your whole family, you can sense that they're in the dark, they don't want to awaken. Nobody is better than anyone else. So it's not like we're the elite, we're the good ones, they're the bad ones. No. God is present in everything, and every single person, or every single being, but every single human has a particular path that they're on, that they have to go on. And so and that's, I think, if you're an empath and you've been very worried for other people, that is a huge breakthrough when you realize that you shouldn't feel sorry for them, because they're doing what they have to do. They're in a very important learning process. And the best thing you can do is love them. Just love them. And be there for them if they one day want to come and speak to you. You're there and you love them. And you don't pull them down. You don't criticize them. So you realize that is such a relief, that you realize the only one you can really help is yourself, and that's what you have to do. You have to help yourself to completely awaken. And so the last thing I want to just say is that there are beings around us. I can't see them, I wish I could. And they say that when you deeply enter into, when we completely manifest New Earth, we'll be able to see all the beings around us. And it can be people who have died in your life, who are your spirit guides. It's angels. There's many angels around us now. And animal guides. All sorts of beings. I'm sensing animals. There's been a female and a male a bear around me these last days. And it's just very, very, very powerful. They've come to help us, because this is very, very difficult. What we're doing is very, very difficult. And it's never ever happened on earth. It's never happened ever in the history of creation. Although it's all eternal. But for us to awaken in physical form, this is what's very special. Before, we had to die from our body. We had to leave the body to go back, to awaken, to go back into the light, because our body was too dense. It was not strong enough. It was not light enough to be in an awakened state of being. But now we can. And so the whole journey of cleansing and healing our bodies is this preparation, really, to live in our soul, completely aligned with our soul, where our soul, the ego dies, so it is really the crucifixion of the ego. The ego, Jesus shows us, let it die. Let the ego die, and your soul will come forth. And you will be living in your body, completely awakened, so it will be your soul. And it's going to be just very, very, very special. So this path is all about allowing yourself to be you. The more you do that, the more you will feel you move forward. And so we'll go into all the different aspects of this journey, and it's very lovely. So, yeah. Bless you on your journey, and know that we're getting there. We're getting there. So see you soon. Bye.